Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and this is day 4 of my 5 days of Halloween card making series. I hope you're able to catch the previous videos. If not, you can go back and check those out. All of the details for this project and other projects will be over on my blog at createwithbeth.blogspot.com. So we're going to go ahead and start our project today. We're going to be using, well, I left them over here. Let me bring them back over. We're going to be using some dies from Fawn. These are the Stitched Pumpkins dies. They're so cute. Standalone dies, I don't believe there's a stamp set that goes with them, but they are so adorable, and this is what we're going to be using. So I have already gone ahead and die cut those pumpkins out. I have 4 of them, and we'll be playing with those in just a minute. Let me give you the sizes for the other bits and pieces we'll be using. We're going to have a card base of crumb cake, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I've taken a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock and run that through my die cutting machine with the 3D plaid embossing folder from Stampin' Up. So we have that done. I've already adhered it to the card. We also have a piece for the inside that is basic white, and that measures 5 by 3 3/4. We have a couple pattern paper pieces from the Sweet Boo pattern paper collection. I have one piece that measures 4 3/4 by 3 5/8, and then I have a second piece that measures 4 3/8 by 3 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and actually adhere these together. Just like this. And then we'll put this on our card base. Whoops. Try to get it centered. There we go. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside of our card. We are going to use the Happy Spooky Season stamp, and this is from the scrapbook.com Sweet Boo stamp set. So I will get that mounted on a block. And we'll bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat, which will give us a better image when using photopolymer. So I am going to be using pumpkin pie ink. And we'll stamp that right about here. There we go, that turned out good. Okay, while we have our ink out, we're going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment that I've picked out to use, which is Halloween Wishes. Also going to stamp that in pumpkin pie ink. And I've die cut the sentiment piece from the Sweet Boo shape dies. And it matches the sentiment exactly. Okay, we'll set that aside. You can put the pumpkin pie ink away. We're going to finish dressing up the bottom of our inside piece with a scrap piece of that pattern paper. And we'll just add this to the bottom of that panel. And then we'll cut this out, trim it up. There we go. Okay, we'll put this on the inside of the card now. I love these colors together. The pumpkin pie and the crumb cake really complement each other. There we go. Okay, we're going to work on our pumpkins now. So we'll bring these in and we're going to add our stems. Whoops. The stems are cut from pecan pie cardstock. The pumpkins are cut from pumpkin pie cardstock. You could cut them out of green if you wanted instead, but I wanted to go with all of the kind of muted brown colors for this card. All right, we'll add our little baby stem to our baby pumpkin. All right, now you could leave these just like this and it would be fine, but I want to make them into Halloween pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm going to take a micron pen, and this is an 02 size, and we are going to add some little Halloween faces to our pumpkins. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. So don't worry. Don't get yourself too worked up about doing this and having it be perfect. It's okay if it's imperfect. These are handmade cards. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but when I do a Halloween pumpkin, it generally does not turn out perfect. Far from it. So I'm just going to color this in. I hope I'm in frame. If you didn't want to use a fine tip pen, you could use a water-based marker. Might be a little bit tricky with a Copic. But whatever you have. You could also, if you have the dies that have the pumpkins, like the scrapbook.com set has eyes in it for the pumpkins, and you could die cut those out if you wanted to. So as you can see, this is not perfect, and it doesn't have to be. Let's see, this guy. Every year my kids get pumpkins and carve them, and they give me a heart attack because they use a butcher knife. And I always worry someone's going to lose a limb. All right, we'll do some teeth here. Coloring it in will take the longest because this is a fine tip pen. It's not really meant for coloring in. There we go. We added our faces. I think that looks pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and start putting our pumpkins on our card front. I'm going to lay them out a little bit how I want them to go. I think we're going to do, oh, and I smeared my pumpkin. I smeared my ink. Oh dear, let's see. Let's see if we can fix that with the nose. We'll give him a funny nose. Yeah, you might want to let that ink dry before you start messing with it. All right, so this is going to kind of go like this and like this. So let's go ahead and glue our first pumpkin down. And then we'll glue our second pumpkin. Then our main pumpkin we're going to pop up on dimensionals. Just like so. And then we have this little tiny baby pumpkin that I think we're going to put off to the side here. We'll put a dimensional on one side and glue on the other because he's going to be kind of overhanging the other pumpkin. Just like that. I think that's cute. Okay, we're going to pop up our Halloween Wishes sentiment. Whoops. And it's going to go up here in the right-hand corner. Perfect. It's looking so cute. Okay, we're going to bring in some Pearl Basic Jewels from Stampin' Up! And I am going to color these because I don't have the right color. So I'm going to take my Dark Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Blends and I'm going to color them with this. Color 5 of them. I'll do a big one and let's see. Do I have any medium ones? Well, we'll have to do a couple big ones and we'll do some little ones. I'll get my Take Your Pick tool out. Well, and that did not dry. Let's do another one. I smeared my ink. I didn't leave it. I have to leave it a few minutes to dry. I probably should have colored these ahead of time. So we'll let that one dry for a minute and we'll go for the other one. So we're going to put one here. One here. One here. Wow, I am not having much luck with this. I think we're going to not use the Take Your Pick tool. Actually, we'll use this end. There we go. We finally got it. Okay, guys. That is our card. I hope you enjoyed this video and would consider giving me a thumbs up and a follow in case you aren't subscribed. I think this turned out really cute. I love these colors together. So I hope you'll come by tomorrow to catch the last day of our 5 Days of Halloween series. And I will see you then. Bye.